Hi, diddly ho there, neighbor, and welcome to the Wednesday edition. No, is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday?
It is Tuesday.
Tuesday edition of Litter Media Live with Mike Smith. I'm Dan Ramey. I'm reverting back to what I experienced in Bainbridge on Thursday of last week when I stepped out and said, "Welcome to the 56th annual Feast of the Flowering Moon," instead of Fall Festival of Leaves.
And they turned the lights off on you.
They did. It was great timing. I talked with Wade afterwards. Wade runs the sound and the lighting, and he said, I've never been able to use the blackout button before, and you gave me the perfect opportunity. Thanks for doing it.
But they thought you did it on purpose.
They did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You should have just played along with it. It's brilliance, you know. Good script writing, yeah.
It was. But at any rate, beautiful weekend for the Leaves, beautiful weekend for the event, beautiful weekend for the folks at the Pumpkin Show. It was just absolutely fantastic. So now we got to wait another year for those events to take place.
I don't know what the rain does in relation to if it causes the leaves to burst more in color, or if you need dry weather for that. I don't know.
This year, I think, has been one of the best years for leaves. I just don't know why it is. My wife says, "You say that every year." But I really think that this year has been better than it's been in previous seasons.
I mean, they're falling, but in my yard, they're not dropping off the trees that badly. Yeah.
Now, I have noticed there are times where we have a really hard frost. Boom. One tree will be standing, and then all of its leaves will be, it'll look like Foghorn Leghorn trying to gather up his feathers.
Yeah, really.
Let's take a look at the weather to see how things are going to be impacted this week. It feels very comfortable outdoors right now.
Yeah, almost like late summer. It's going to feel like for the rest of the week, in fact. And I think these temperatures, mild temperatures, are going to be with us through at least Monday of next week and then turn back into the 50s. But sunny and warmer today with a high of 75, and daytime highs will remain in the low to mid-70s, as we said, through Monday of next week before turning cooler again.
Looking forward to it. Even the colder weather. You know, I've got the jacket out right now, and I wore it out to begin my day. And then when I got to where I was going, I'm like, why do I need this jacket now?
Yeah. By noontime, it's ready to
toss it into the car. Then I'll have to
worry
about it. Yeah, well, Super Dan, I guess, more than Superman. Coming up in a moment to look at what's making news for us today across the Scioto Valley. We'll also take a look at sports, so stick close for that. But first, let's tell you about our friends at Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you've got a cleanup job to be done, make sure you reach out and contact them today, whether that be for residential or perhaps maybe it is for commercial. Whichever the case may be, they are there to help you out. So give them a call. All you need to do is just give them a call at 740-253-8389. I don't have the number in front of me right now, so Mike has tracked it down.
Just nudge me, and I'll read it for you. Yeah.
Little nudge here and there. Thank you to Aaron Glandon for feeding me the line there just a moment ago. Coming up, a look at news next.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade, Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
You can always go to LeonardMedia.com to see news, fresh news for you, and things that maybe you might have heard about and you'd like to learn more about. Well, it's probably on our website, LeonardMedia.com. Let's take a look at some of the things that are making news for us today.
You know, we talk so much about local high school sports dynasties when they win championships year in and year out. Maybe we need to throw a little bouquet for some of those in academia. And one of those would be Bishop Flaget School. They recently earned the Governor's Thomas Edison Award for Excellence in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Education, making this honor that they received for the 18th year in a row.
Wow.
Floor BWXT Portsmouth has partnered with them since 2017. This particular award recognizing Ohio schools and teachers who stimulate scientific student research and extend opportunities beyond traditional classroom activities. Bishop Flaget is currently a fully accredited K-8 private school, of course, in Chillicothe, but as you might remember a year ago, we were talking about how each year they're adding a level of high school because they're going to go back to being a high school as well. I think they're in their freshman year this year. They'll add sophomore, junior, and senior in subsequent years. But I think 15 Flaget teachers were honored with this, so congratulations.
And I think they only have like 20. So
yeah,
that's pretty
good. Yeah. And other accolades, Chillicothe Police Department's Tiana Myers is being recommended by the Pickaway County Sheriff for an award for her quick action to assist a choking person at the Circleville Pumpkin Show last week. Now, this photo actually is from another award presentation, but the Sheriff of Pickaway County is recommending her for a life-saving award as well. Even though she's on the Chillicothe Police Force, she was kind of like on special duty with the Circleville PD during last week's pumpkin show and sprang into action to save someone's life. Join the Pickaway County Park District at 5 p.m. today for a ribbon cutting to celebrate the newly completed Ohio Erie Canal Bridge on the Pickaway Trail. Now, I think it was 2 weeks ago that we told you that bridge was complete, and today was the day for that ribbon cutting. They're asking everybody to meet at the trailhead to the Pickaway Trail on Canal Road.
I think the last I was through there, they were still building it. And so it'd be nice to go back and see what it looks like for real and walk across it.
Yes, sir. The Halloween Parade, of course, in Chillicothe, sponsored by the JCs. That's coming up this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We have a map posted to our I believe it's on Facebook and our Twitter site that you can see.
And it's on screen right now.
Ah, there it is. So very good as far as what they'll be doing with that. You know, they refer to it as the JCs. The Lions Club used to be a co-sponsor. I don't know if they're still involved with them anymore or not.
We'll find out later today. I'm scheduled to speak with Sarah Davis from the JCs to talk more about the event itself. And I have a little inside information on this year's parade that I think if you miss this parade, you're going to be hearing about the parade, and you're going to wish you would have been here.
Yeah. And don't forget, earlier in the afternoon, they have the downtown trick-or-treating, and then that'll be over in time for the parade at 7 o'clock. Bring a can of food or a non-perishable food item to donate to the Asheville Food Pantry during Asheville's Halloween Fest. That is coming up this Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. While you're there in Asheville, look for the donation bins to drop off your contribution.
I've only been to one of these, and it was back during my high school days, and we had a parade. And they've got a parade for this as well. I think it starts at 2 o'clock. And this parade went down Long Street. Now, Long Street is the one that comes into the post office off of Main Street there. And we took the parade up onto some people's porches, and there were some porches on some of the homes that wrap around the fronts of the home. And so we took off the parade route up into their house and around and back down. It was a fantastic time. I'm sure they really appreciated having people traipse across their porch, but it was a blast. It really was. So I don't know if they still do that traditionally or if it was just a one-time thing or what. So
check that out in Asheville this Saturday if you're not coming down to the Halloween activities in Chillicothe. Ross County Park District, we were talking about Park in the Dark here a few weeks back. Well, they have disc golf that's coming up. That I believe is this weekend, and that's not showing up on my screen here.
It's in November.
I think
it's
there it is.
November
Is it
5th.
November 11th? Okay.
11th.
I still don't see that on this poster anywhere. So
Yeah,
your guess is as good as mine on that.
I think the Facebook post they had on this is either November 5th or 11th. One of those 2 weekends.
But not both weekends.
Aaron's working on that right now.
Okay,
Try and
he's
double
checking
check
that
just
out.
to make
Before
sure.
we get done here today, we'll add that to the show. Uptown Circleville's Halloween Fun Night, that's coming up as well. Of course, Uptown Circleville has been fantastic here since they were created a few years back, of all the different things that they're trying to do to bring people, like many communities, back to the downtown. So that is something coming up this week here at the Circleville.
It's
That's
the 10th, November 10th.
Well, we were in between both of that, I guess.
Which is a lot like when you throw those Frisbees, you know. Yeah. It's got to place the right spot somewhere between the 5th and the 11th. It'll be right there at the 10th.
Right there. Road report in Fayette County. Work has begun for resurfacing on State Route 41 between 138 and the Fayette County line. Now, the work is done daily from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. At least one lane of traffic is being maintained during the work hours using flaggers, and this will continue through the fall months. And those are your topics for today.
Just happened to share. You can find this on our Facebook page right now. If you're listening up in the Lancaster area, we've got the Halloween events, trick-or-treat nights, dates, and everything from the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office. So just share that here on our Facebook page, and so you'll be able to check that out. All right, coming up in a moment to look at sports. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They are your trusted comfort advisor. If you've got an issue with one of those particular portions in your home or your residence or your place of business, contact Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They can get you fixed up. They have a wide service territory stretching from Columbus down to the Ohio River, all the way from over around Dayton into the Athens area as well. So if you want to find out more, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you right to Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing's website. Click on it now at littermedia.com.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
And don't forget, tomorrow is a day that you can stop in and visit with the managers of McDonald's in Circleville, in Greenfield, Waverly, and the 4 locations here in Chillicothe, and talk with them about employment. It's their open interview period from 2 to 5 every Wednesday at McDonald's.
I'm loving it.
He is. He's loving sports, too, right now.
Game of the week highlight package from that exciting Logan Elm win over Hamilton Township. Or it was exciting for Logan Elm fans. It wasn't so much for the Ranger fans.
Yeah.
But a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. Aaron Glandon has all that highlight package up and ready to watch on Litter Media YouTube.
And for the first time in 6 years, if you look closely, you'll see me make a cameo appearance in this video.
Okay. You don't want to tell us what you were doing, or
Just if you see it.
he was probably eating a hot dog or a hamburger or something like that.
He was just standing around.
Just standing around.
I was on the sideline shooting the game, and I turned, and Dan was just standing right there next to me.
Yeah.
Kind of scared me a little bit.
When he was behind me in the press box, that's pretty much what he was doing there, too, just standing around.
What I had in my hand, though, well, actually, I had it in my pocket because I didn't want to get wet because it was raining, but it was the McDonald's Player of the Game T-shirt. And now that we have Aaron walking the sidelines, that freed me up to be able to be up in the booth with you guys to help with the broadcast, and then also get down to hand out the awards afterwards as well.
And raid the refrigerator in the press box.
Stand around in between doing all that.
Yeah, really.
Weren't you the only one that reached into the refrigerator because you looked in there and there wasn't anything to drink yet?
Well, they had a big bottle of mayonnaise in there.
That's what it was.
Mayonnaise.
That's what it
Wow.
was.
Wow.
Mayonnaise was in there. Yeah.
That's what came up. Yeah.
And you need mayonnaise when they bring those sub sandwiches out.
It's got a lot
I
of
reckon
protein in
yes.
it, mayonnaise.
Nobody wanted to touch that. That's for sure.
Thank you to Eric Karshner and the
Yeah.
folks at Logan Elm making us feel so welcome this year.
Absolutely. Other sports on the high school scene, South Webster, Meigs, Fairfield Union, and Marietta advanced to volleyball district finals in Division III and II, respectively, after play last night. Jackson, Fairfield Union, Sheridan, Marietta, Lynchburg Clay, North Adams, and Leesburg Fairfield advance in girls soccer, while Liberty Union out of the Central District is headed to the finals in Division III boys. The all-district volleyball teams have been announced by the Coaches Association. Phenom Christian Thompson of Fairfield Union was the runaway winner in the Division I and II combined Player of the Year category. Her coach, Holly Culver, is the Coach of the Year. Division III Player of the Year is Bella Claxon of South Webster. Her mom, Darcy, is the Division III Coach of the Year. And in Division IV, Portsmouth Notre Dame's Bree Hicks is the Player of the Year, and her coach, Katie Detweiler, is the Coach of the Year. You can find that complete list. That came out to us this morning at about 8:30 or so on LeonardMedia.com. Also, the Southeast District Golf Coaches Association announcing their all-district teams. They don't honor a Player of the Year or a Coach of the Year in any of the divisions. They just have first, second team, and then honorable mention. You can also find that complete list on our website, story at LeonardMedia.com. And the World Series, Texas beat Houston in the American League finale, and Arizona and the Phillies are playing Game 7 tonight. Is that right?
That's my understanding, yes. Okay. In that American League Championship Series, I don't think either of the home teams won.
That's what I heard them saying, yes.
That's hard to believe. And Bruce Bochy, man, this guy comes out of retirement and takes them to the World Series.
Not bad. But, you know, they were showing a graphic on Houston, who lost Game 7 last night. And, again, it was at home. Mm-hmm. But throughout the year, they were like 16 or 17 games under 500 at home, but they were 26 games over on the road. The Reds seem to have struggles at home as opposed to the road. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Pitching.
Well, small ballpark, I get it.
Yeah. Something to do with it.
Something we're going to work on in the off season, I understand.
Yeah, we'll see. Fingers are crossed. And I'm probably one of the more optimistic people that you'll ever find.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the Reds just, I can't explain it.
Hall of Fame sports writer Hal McCoy.
Yes.
Dayton newspaper.
Dayton Daily News.
He had an article a week and a half ago that said Jonathan India is going to be traded for a pitcher.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, they held on to him during the regular season, but they've got so many guys that can play the infield that, in his opinion, he thinks that India is going to be one of those traded.
So India would be gone. Joey Votto most likely gone.
Yeah.
Which would free up some money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't solve it all. And again, I have applauded Nick Kroll. Mm-hmm. You remember this time last year we had this conversation. Right. And then going into it, I thought he has the opportunity to make this pan out. If this pans out, it's a great move.
Sure.
And they were this close.
Yeah.
This close. So we'll see how it goes during the off season. That's why I'm not a manager. All right, let's get ready for this revolutionary moment. You've got something special for us today, right?
1781 on this date.
Oh, it is from this date.
Well, the one LaVersa sent me, we've done 2 times before on a revolutionary moment, and one we picked out of the air. So I thought, I better get a different one. Sorry, LaVersa.
We're picking things out of the air.
Love you, babe.
As if we're down at Hirsch Fruit Farm and we're grabbing apples.
LaVersa used to do the greatest Marge Schott
She
impersonation
was
out there.
The closest thing you could come to Marge Schott as you'll ever see.
Well, here. I wouldn't say she looked like Marge.
Yeah, the hearing part.
Yeah.
But I think she could pull it off. Hey, babes. All right, coming up, our revolutionary moment. But first, these words.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Budweiser beer, the king is second to
Who drinks Budweiser? You know the type. The people who grind. Those who don't back down. And the ones who don't quit. They say all people are 6 degrees of separation away from each other. But some are just a six-pack away. The people who share the same spirit, share the same beer. This Bud's for you.
This date in Revolutionary history.
From 1781, Lieutenant Colonel Tench, that's spelled T-E-N-C-H, not Tinch, Tench Tilghman, Washington's aide-de-camp, reached Philadelphia and the Continental Congress with the glorious news of the surrender of Cornwallis's army at Yorktown. Now, the surrender was on October 19th, but Congress, the Continental Congress, only finds out about it on this date. I mean, we don't have this instant media thing back in 1781 where you know what's going on around the world.
And that's 5 years after the Declaration, right?
Yeah, and you wonder how long it took. I'm sure it'll come up into this date in history when the King of England finally figures out, oh, yeah, you lost about 2 months ago.
You know, you guys are behind on your taxes. What's going on here?
We lost that war? Yeah, gee whiz. Nobody told me.
Nobody wanted to tell him, I'm sure. Yeah.
Off his head, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's this date in history, and thank you again to the Nathaniel Massey chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution that share information with us that Mike replaced today.
Because we used it previously. We've got a gig to go to here today
We
out
do.
of Pickaway Ross.
Yeah. No, it's at Chillicothe High School.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. I'd have been out on Christ Chapel Road.
I've been doing a solo act.
I could have swore we were out there. Yeah.
No, it's Chillicothe High School.
I'm glad I brought this up.
Evan Blake, who is employed through Pickaway Ross, is teaching a satellite class at Chillicothe High School, and he's asked us to come talk about our experiences, which might have had an interesting twist today.
Yeah. Remember the time when you went to the wrong place? Yeah. That probably happened on a number of occasions over the years.
This gives us an opportunity to talk to the young minds of tomorrow about the importance of details.
And GPS.
Yeah. So that's what we have to do next. So until tomorrow, we're back at it again with another edition of Litter Media Live. I'll be back later today, probably about 5:15, maybe 5:30. We've got a guest to talk about the Halloween parade. And if we don't do it live, I'll just record it and play it back at another time. So,
and we have Chuck Reisinger of Pickaway Works as our Pickaway Special Edition at 10 tomorrow morning before our daily program.
All right. So for Mike Smith, for Aaron Glandon, sitting in the back over there, I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media Live.